time many people still living can remember, a time when all personal financial transactions were hand-recorded and the idea of an ATM was alien. But in less than 100 years, we've created a world where money as a physical entity is almost obsolete, and transaction records are held on chips inside servers many will never see. In the year 1950, Ralph Schneider and Frank McNamara invented the concept of paying merchants with a single card that consolidates all others. They invented what we know as the credit card. Money had begun its move from paper to plastic. In the late 1980s, banks in the UK were looking for a way to reduce the costs involved in processing checks. This need to streamline processes gave rise to the debit card, almost entirely eliminating the need to ever physically carry currency. In the late 1990s and early part of the 21st century, the internet had shifted the parameters of personal financial management. These were the years that may really have been the beginning. This was the time that saw the online community begin to embrace internet and mobile banking as daily transaction solutions.
I use internet banking because it's faster, it's safer, and you can make instant payments.
I use ING internet banking.
Internet banking.
Yeah.
So what's the benefit of internet banking?
Well, you can use it everywhere, anytime, and it's fast. You have a good overview of your incomes.
And do you think the use of banking is changed since that internet banking is introduced?
Yes, certainly. You can use it nowadays on the telephone, and yeah, it's more. You have more functions on it than it used to be.
So, which one do you like, the previous banking age or the current banking age?
The current one. You can do more with it.
Okay, thank you.
Can you introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Tremayne Melfor. I'm 22 years old, and I'm a visionary.
Okay, and visionary in what kind of sector?
I'm looking at the future trends, and I'm trying to prepare people for what's coming.
Can you prepare us with one of your visions?
Well, for example, in the near future, for banking, debit cards will probably die, as well as credit cards. They're working on an NFC chip. They're trying to put in a mobile phone, which you have to hold against the reader, and then you have paid for the product. Now this future trend has a lot of advantages as well as disadvantages. For example, like an advantage is the convenience. People don't have to stand in line to wait for the product or to pay for it. You only have to hold your phone against the reader and they have paid for it, so the throughput is much quicker. But this also has disadvantages. For example, in most of the stores they are working cashiers. No, well, if there's not a lot of contact between the cashier and the consumer, cashiers aren't really needed. So that's why the unemployment will probably rise if this is really if this really a trend, if this is really gonna happen. Well, they are already busy with this new technology. They're already using like contactless card, and they're using in some stores you can already just hold it against the reader and then you have paid for it. But there will be a time when everyone has to pay for it like that. Well, this is also an advantage for banks because they want to abolish all the cash money because this will decrease robberies. So there won't be a lot of cash in the store, and people won't go there. The robbery will decrease, and banks don't have to don't have to count all the money because everything is digital. You know what I mean? Everything is in a computer, so there's no money. You won't have any money in your pocket. Everything is digital.
So it already exists, but in your vision, it will become like the credit card and a debit card.
Yes, it will totally abandon or abolish all the cash money.
Here we are today. The new face of banking is to connect people with banking transactions, to oversee the communications between people. They hold different responsibilities. The relationship between bank and consumer is more symbiotic than at any other time. Fear of the future and changing roles has morphed into innovation and a collaboration that has ensured survival. Technology has not replaced the human touch, and it has not eliminated the need for interaction. It has only made it easier to get to the right person faster. This future is closer than you think. This future is better than you imagine.